can you stop when it's everything you dreamed and it's so far left to run? How can you quit when it's all you've ever wanted and you don't know what's to come? Girl, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. And I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. A freestyling for you, yes. Every beat I kill I am. Drop the skill I am. Like I rap, like my name was Will I Am. On the beat and say it when I freeze. Cause we flowing over these black eyed peas. And I'm in it so I can flow is dirty. And I can sing it better than my name was Fergie. And yes I am on it. And time flies with no promo. Hold it down for my team like Hope Solo. Yes, cause she's killing it in gold. And I can take the beat and I can eat this thing whole. And I can spit it out like you do it for me. Cause I get it every time and I spit it for free. And I tell you that this is how it goes. Cause I can sing it on it like I'm on that glory road. And on this abbey road, almost slowed up. Man, I almost slipped, but even though I fell, no, I'll never trip. Like, yeah, girl, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. You start right here. Yes, and I am coming at it, so I'm never slowing down. Understand on every beat I'm coming on, I'm throwing down and tell you where I'm going. And no, I never stop until I'm at the tippy top. Yes, I'm on my own stuttering and see, yes, I am fluttering. Cause I am flying, man, I am cut it like I'm buttering. Breathing through the track, I am weaving like I'm ruddering. Damn it, I've been doing in the rain cause I'm guttering. Up on the roof, yeah, see it that it's taking. And the beat is spitting like you know that I am shaking. I am, and know it, cause I can do it much, man. I can spit about it, everything, such and such. You can go and drop the topic, you can say the free, and you can say that you would want everything to be. So I can go and tell you that when you get the love, that everything we used to have and never get enough. Yeah, I'll be on, yes, and you can hold it and understand we can never find a king or overthrow it. I hold it, I love it, I see you when I'm gone, and I rap it from dusk to dawn. Yeah, girl, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted and I jump inside your love. It's alright, I know I'm free. Girl, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. No, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Alright everyone, here is some tilapia. I'm gonna have tilapia with sweet potatoes. That's it. No cranberry, no nothing. Just sweet potatoes. Of course, everything within my macros. And just to show you guys what I use to season, I put a sea salt. I don't think I'll manipulate salt much during peak week. Lemon pepper and garlic, of course. I love garlic, so that is what I have on the fish. And then this is gonna cook for about 15-20 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna measure out some roasted no salt cashews, and I'll have just about a serving or half a serving probably, because I had no fats for the day and I need some fats. So if you are dieting or competing or whatever, nuts are a great option, whether it's cashew nuts, peanuts, almonds, whatever, but this is what I like. Alright guys, the fish is done. Also measured out my sweet potatoes. Doesn't look like much, but that's what's, you know, that's how I'm gonna fit my carbs into my macros. So here I weighed out 75 grams of sweet potatoes, just sweet potatoes, no salt, no nothing, just boiled. And that is equal to 15 grams of carbs. And the way I organize my fish in the baking pan, the Pyrex dish, I know these two pieces add up to 113 grams, so I'm going to take a large piece. And that's 21 grams of protein. And some of you might wonder how do I know that? that's the importance of learning how to read your food labels. So what I'll do in the link or in the description box below, I'll link my video on how to read food labels. It's nothing challenging at all. The information is there for a reason, you know, to guide you. And I'll also include a clickable link right now so you can check that video out. But keeping track of your nutrition is really how you make significant progress, whether or not you're trying to bulk or lose weight or whatever. The thing is, when you learn how to read a food label and you learn about your macros, certain things become second nature. And I really hate to say eyeballing, but essentially eyeballing is going to make sense as well, especially if you're traveling. So I'm going to eat. I do not have any vegetables here. I reserve that for nighttime for my last meal or my third meal, because I'm having 4 meals now. And that is when I get my serving of vegetables. Alright guys, I'm back. I wanted to get this part of the video done really quick. As you can tell, the lighting is a little bit low in this room, and I'm always playing with the light because of my location. This is the best lighting in the house. So really quick, I don't want to take too long, and I'm very casual. I'm not even... Guys, I'm home, okay? So this is prep week. I'm not trying to be cute or anything. I'm just trying to survive prep week. I made some notes on my phone. Oh goodness. So I do not forget anything, but this is just an overview for prep week, and I will try to vlog as much as I possibly can to help those of you who are trying to decide on a show, or you've decided on a show and you need some kind of guideline. Remember, everything that I'm doing, it's all about me. I'm not gonna call myself an expert or anything like that, but I'm just sharing on my platform, which is YouTube, and just hope that you guys can benefit. And if you're not a bodybuilder and you're just looking at my video, I hope you're at least entertained and you learn something. So I do plan to record as often as I can this week for you guys. And when I say record everything, I mean the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yesterday, Saturday, I came in from the East Coast. I have so much editing to do, and I have not gotten to that as yet, but I still have stuff to do and upload on YouTube for you guys. But I did a refeed yesterday, so I had a little bit more carbs than usual. I didn't go over my daily calories. I just upped my carbs and lowered one of the other 2 macros, I think my fats. So today's Sunday. I'm officially Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 days out from my show. So I am definitely gonna record the good, the bad, and the ugly. Number 1, training. I'm going to train high rep, and when I say high rep, between 10 to 15 reps per exercise. The reason for the high rep routines is just to kind of deplete my muscle from as much glycogen as much as possible. I'm gonna go high rep, but I'm not gonna go to failure, okay? I definitely do not want to start tapping into my muscle, and that is the reason why I'm going to train high rep but not train to failure. Also, I changed my routine just to accommodate this week. So I'm doing a push-pull, 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 4 days of training this week only. Today I did a push day, you just saw my workout. Tomorrow I'm going to do a pull day, and then on Tuesday I'm going to do push again for the other muscle groups that I did not get done today, and then on Wednesday I'm going to do another pull day, and that will be it for the week. Also, on each of those days I'm going to do 10 minutes of steady pace cardio and posing as usual. Most of my leg workouts will definitely come from my posing. I'm going to pose up to 45 minutes every day leading up to the show. That's going to help with conditioning, and I think I'm getting there. I'm very confident now with my posing. Not too comfortable, but more confident with my posing. And I know some people do not do legs at all during the last week of prep, but I'm doing legs just to help with everything, just conditioning and everything. But guys, I'm so depleted, so drained. You saw from my clip what looks like a warm-up to you guys. That is really what I could have handled. There were times I even had to drop the weight. So it is what it is. That is for my training. For nutrition or my diet plan, I am not going to cut anything out. I know usually by tradition, bodybuilders tend to manipulate carbs, water, and sodium. I am really not sure about sodium. I think I'm just going to keep my sodium as is. For the first 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to consume a little bit more sodium and see how my body responds to the water intake. But I'm definitely consuming 2 to 2.5 gallons. That's a lot of H2O. It is not super easy, but thanks to training, I'm able to get a lot of the water in at the gym. So you just gotta drink, you gotta drink all of that water to help. And that's I really do not want to take much time talking about that, but the point of, you have to cut water, but the point of taking in all the water is that your body is gonna say, oh my gosh, she's trying to drown me, so the body is gonna start flushing out the extra water. And with that, that's gonna kind of create that vacuum seal effect and tighten you up a little bit. So what I did yesterday, I did a refeed, and then today and Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to gradually decrease my carbs to very low carbs. I'm not gonna go zero carbs. My body does not respond well to that, so I'm not gonna go zero carbs. But on Thursday, I'm gonna have a high carb meal because I'll need that, and then gradually decrease my carbs. I'm not cutting out carbs completely at all along this peak week journey. I know people do it, but that is not how I will do it for my body. Cutting water will be the biggest challenge, I guess, this week. But as I said, I'm just taking in water and try to do it the natural way. I'm not going to take a diuretic, even an over-the-counter diuretic. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it the natural way and see how my body responds. I do have to be careful with bloating. So I know leading up, getting closer to the show, like Friday, Saturday morning, show morning, I'll probably need to have something hot because hot beverages really do help me and help my stomach to kind of set it out. So, carb deloading, I did a refeed on Saturday, so carb deloading, until Wednesday, Thursday carb up again, and then Friday just cut carbs a little, and then Saturday just every meal I'm gonna have a little bit of carbs, probably with rice cakes or something. I'm not there yet, guys, so I'm really not sure, but I just need to get to Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a very tough day because of the low carb day and the final day of training, but we'll see how my body responds. My diet consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things right now. 7 foods, I kid you not. So I have potatoes, white potatoes, yams, tilapia as my main protein source, steel cut oats, unsweetened almond milk, kale or spinach, and nuts, just plain nuts like almonds or cashews or just plain nuts. That's my diet. Not much going on, but I am not consuming any dairy at all, no dairy products. No shakes, no juice. I have not been drinking juice for a long time. When I say a long time, weeks on end. I have just been drinking water. And when you're dieting done, you want to drink water, and you really want to drink just H2O. Adding all the extra stuff to your water, like the packets, like the flavored, stuff. Those things are full of preservatives and additives, and that's going to hold on to water. It's going to cause you to hold on to water among other things, but you really just want to consume just H2O. I really don't know why people make a big deal out of that, especially bodybuilders. I mean, of all things you can complain about, that should not be one of them. That's just my opinion. You guys already know that I'm not a big fan of protein shakes and protein powders. I try to just consume food. Any kind of smoothie and so on. I am not consuming things like that. I have not consumed anything like that. And I know I say these things, and a lot of viewers are like, oh, you all start freaking out. Oh my God, I'm so worried about you, and you're gonna mess yourself up and all that. Guys, this is what contest prep is. I don't care about the other YouTubers trying to make this look like a glamorous process. On show day, you look all glammed up, but the process itself is not that easy. And I'm just gonna put it out there. It is what it is. But don't worry about me. You know, this is what contest prep is about. It is not sustainable. I'm not gonna live like this on, you know, every day of the year. All of the people you see on fitness magazine and so on, these guys do these things for a living, and they do have help, whether they take a certain cocktail of supplements or even steroids, whatever it is. Don't just look at these things and think that people walk around looking like that. Peak week is really preparing yourself for one day, which is in my case the Saturday. I want my body to peak on Saturday, meaning to look my absolute best. All these years of bulking and cutting and dieting down comes down to one day, the last few hours of contest prep. You know, you want to be on stage and you want your body to peak. And I hope I'm not one of those people who peak before the day or even after, because usually when bodybuilders are not well, they usually say, oh my God, I came in too flat, or I looked better the day after the show, and it's just so many different things. And as the week continues, guys, I'll definitely talk to you guys about that. But that is why it's called peak week. I'm trying to get my body ready for that one day, that moment, my 15 or 20 seconds on stage or whatever. So anyways, my diet is pretty tight right now. And what I just listed to you guys, I'm really not kidding. That is exactly what I'm consuming. It is hard. When I went to the East Coast, it was hard, but I was so proud of myself that I came in lighter. I did not put on weight over there. I was so meticulous, guys. I was so meticulous. I was so determined, and I'm so happy that I was able to do it. Other than that, I am not doing any workouts in the morning. I have not been working out in the morning. There's no need for that anymore. I was just doing that just because of my schedule and teaching and just to get the extra cardio in. The way I'm dealing with this peak week, which is going to be a struggle progressively, my teaching, I'm not really actively standing in front of my classroom and teaching. I'm doing more of a project-based learning this week. So my students are going to be more involved in their work than I am with their learning. And they're still going to be learning. I mean, I teach chemistry. They're still going to have labs. Still going to be responsible for their work. But that is just my way of surviving peak week. So if you do have a busy life, when you are cutting it, especially in your final week, you really do want to take into account what you're doing during that week in terms of your job and how to facilitate your cut, because you don't want to get frustrated and give up. A lot of bodybuilders usually give up during peak week. I also have to reserve a hotel room. My husband said he's going to take care of that, so I'm really grateful. A bodybuilding competition is really, really expensive, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that as well in a separate video. And then in terms of my nutrition, I am taking a vitamin. That is the only thing I'm taking, guys. A vitamin C to help my immune system, and a multivitamin just because, you know, I need something to help my immune system, because I'm not consuming fruits as I should because of contest prep. I am consuming a lot of kale or spinach, but that is what I need to do. And about 3 weeks ago and prior, I have been consuming more vegetables, but now this is peak week, and I keep saying this because I know I have a couple of viewers who tend to freak out or get overly concerned, and I really appreciate it, but it's just because of contest prep. This is not going to last forever. And then I have to shop on Thursday of this week to probably get some heated honey, not peanut butter, I can't consume a lot of peanuts, cashew or almond butter, and rice cake. That will be for backstage. I am going to prep everything before I leave for Houston on Friday. So on Thursday, I'm going to do a little bit of shopping. So my week looks like this. Yesterday, Saturday, I did a refeed. After I came from the East Coast, I emptied everything out of my bag and I started packing at the same time for my show. So that was last night, my competition bag. I'm definitely going to share that with you guys as well, like a checklist. Today's Sunday, I had my push day, and you already saw the video at the beginning of this video. I also did a detox. This is what I'm using for detoxing my skin. Okay, I already talked about this. I already talked about this in a previous video, but this is my choice from Muddy. and it's a charcoal based detox for my skin. Guys, a lot of you ask me what do I put on my skin. You know I'm very big on natural holistic skincare, so best believe I'm going to find the best products out there. So that has been doing my skin very, very well, and I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep tonight as well. Then tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to continue detoxing. I'll probably have like a detox tea in the morning, and I'm going to exfoliate, and this is what I'm going to use to exfoliate. Now, I have been exfoliating. Every time I shower, I use one of these things, or a loofah, or something to scrub my skin. But this time I'm going in a little bit harder because I really need to prep my skin for my tan. And people are always surprised when, you know, black people or dark skinned people have to get a tan. The reason why I have to get a tan, no one, I don't care what people say, no one has perfectly balanced skin tone. We all have some kind of discoloration, whether it's a darker area or lighter areas. You really do not want to be like looking like that on stage. And also when all of the stage lights hit you, you're gonna be washed out. So having a tan really does help everyone on stage. And you know, I'm trying to bring a good package, and if I'm trying to bring a good package, I want the judges to see me. I want them to see me so they can judge me. And then on Tuesday, I'm also gonna get my hair done. I still have my braids. I don't know what's going on with my hair as yet. I haven't figured it out. I don't know if I'm gonna go with short hair to avoid having to pull the hair to the side on the back pose. I don't know if I'll go with overly glamorous. I don't know if I'll go with just my natural hair up in a high bun or French roll, or I have not figured out my hair. So tonight I'm going to spend some time looking at things. I'm even thinking about getting braids, because it's a natural bodybuilding show and they're not as ridiculously picky as the NPC. I'm doing the NFF, and they do not mind having that authentic look, your personality. The NPC is a little bit strange, and I've heard it from competitors in the NPC. They do not like anything ethnic. You know, they really do not gravitate towards things like that. But if I can get away with it from the NFF, I might do something a little bit different. Wednesday, I'm gonna get my nails done. That's probably the worst day ever, so I'm not going to try to plan any sort of huge task on that day. I'm going to paint my toes by myself, and I'm probably going to go to the nail shop or salon to get my nails retouched. These are my nails, but I don't know if I'm going to change the color. That is what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm going to do with regards to my nails, but regardless, I need to get my nails done on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I'm going to carb load, so I'm probably going to have a pasta dish of some sort. I'm going to have carbs, a little bit of carbs with every meal. The point is to take in as much carbs, because I need to replenish my body after deloading Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I also need the carbs up front, so by the time showtime comes about, I have something in my system, something substantial in my system. And then Friday is going to be a super busy day because it is the day before the show and I have to make my way to Houston. And when people call me and they're in Houston, they're like, hey, I'm in Houston. I'm like, well, I'm in Dallas. And Houston is like 4 hours away from Dallas. You know, Texas is huge. You can be driving for hours and hours and hours. And I kid you not, like 8-10 hours and you're not out of any area. You know, it's a huge state, and people don't really realize that until they actually come to Texas. So Friday, I'm gonna take a half day. Now for my schedule, a half day is around 10:45 in the morning. I start work at 7:30 in the morning. You know, I'm a teacher and we get out, well, the bell rings at 2:30, but half day for me, for my schedule, is 10:45. So I have 2 classes that morning. I'm not gonna do much, and I'm going to head home, get my husband, and he's going to drive down to Houston. And the plan for that trip is for me to just sleep and relax, because at 4 on that same day, I have my drug test. I have to do a urine test. It's a natural bodybuilding show, and you have to do a urine test, a drug test, a polygraph test. So I don't want to be driving and get flustered in traffic and all that stuff, because you know what nerves can do to you in your polygraph. And at 6 o'clock that day as well, Friday, there is the athletes meeting, and I hope to meet up with some brothers of iron and iron. And 8 o'clock, 8:30 that night, I have my tanning, and I'm just gonna record everything for you guys so you can see. I've never had a spray tan before, so I'm kind of excited about it. And so that is for Friday, and then Saturday will be my competition. So other than that, I mean, there's just so much going on this week. I'm trying to take it easy. At the same time, I do have my responsibilities as a teacher. I have that commitment as well, and I also have my family. But my husband has been very supportive. I hope after peak week, he still likes me. I know he loves me, but I hope he still likes me. Because I've heard some stories where, man, peak week is, it's tough. I'm just trying to enjoy the process. It's my first time, and I can tell you it's hard, but I'm trying. And then coconut oil continues to be my friend. That is how I'm naturally whitening my teeth, by coconut oil pulling. And I know I talked about exfoliating my skin, but I'm also gonna shave everything off in every corner, because you gotta be butt naked for your tan, literally. And so I'm gonna shave around like Wednesday. I don't want to get a wax. I just want to shave, and well, I don't know. I'll probably just shave and just exfoliate everything. But that is it. I just wanted to give you an overview of the week. I'll definitely come back and talk to you guys, vlog a little every day, and try to put things together. You know, I really don't like vlogging, but I feel like someone can benefit from these videos. And I want you guys to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of prep week and just competing in general. And I think that is everything. I really just appreciate you guys looking at my videos, leaving me a comment. Guys, share the stuff, because you never know who will actually need the information, you know. And thank you. That's all I gotta say. And until next time, bye.